Hey folks, are you someone who hits behind the ball often, especially in the spring and fall, maybe when it's a little more wet outside? Here's a couple checkpoints and a couple of ways our body has to move to stop hitting behind the golf ball and make better contact. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. The dreaded hit behind the golf ball shot. It's terrible. We all know it. The divot goes further than the ball. We're embarrassed, right? All those things happen. Let's talk about 2 checkpoints that I want to see all my students have to make sure they no longer hit behind the golf ball. We will also talk about how the body moves to help that as well. So on the way down to hit the golf ball, there's 2 simple checkpoints that we look for. When this shaft is parallel to the ground, I want my left hand and really my right hand to be right in front of my right thigh. When you watch people hit behind the golf ball, the shaft is reached parallel and their hands are way, way, way outside their body. So now they don't have an option. They're going to stop turning and hit back there. So checkpoint 1 is when the shaft gets back to parallel on the way down, my hands are in front of my right thigh. If I do that, I hit checkpoint 2. So by the time I get to impact, my body's turning, I've come and hit the golf ball, my hands are now in front of my left thigh, or the butt end of the golf club is pointing to my left hip. Those are 2 great checkpoints to get. Obviously, if you hit behind the golf ball, you're not at checkpoint 1. You're going to do one of these. We talked in a previous video, the scoop. Your butt end of the golf club is nowhere near your left hip. Your hands are still way behind you, and you'll hit behind the golf ball every time. So get those 2 checkpoints down. In previous videos, we've talked about how to get there. So get there. You'll see better contact. Now let's talk about the body. This is unique. We know we have to turn, right? That's simple. So when I get to impact, I would like to see my hips open roughly 30 degrees, maybe less depending on how much you can move. My upper body rotated about half that, so 15 if we're going 30. And then I have to tilt to the right at the golf ball on the way down. I have to tilt my spine to the right because I have to stay centered. If I didn't, I would look like this. So me tilting to the right is helping me stay centered. Now, if I don't turn and tilt to the right, I'll hit behind the golf ball every time. So once you've completed the 2 checkpoints and your body's starting to turn, we have to make sure we do turn and tilt to the right to stay centered so that I can make good contact. So in conclusion, we have to turn, we have to hit the checkpoints. You'll make better contact, more consistency, lower scores. All right, so to wrap things up, we have to hit those 2 checkpoints. And a simple drill to do is go slow. Grab a wedge, something with some loft, make a backswing, start turning the body. You'll notice if you just turn the body and let the arms follow, you'll get to checkpoint 1. Parallel to the ground, hands are right in front of me, right in front of my right thigh. Once you're at checkpoint 1, you just got to keep turning, get to checkpoint 2. You'll notice you no longer hit behind the golf ball. Yes, probably once in a blue moon, but nothing crazy. So hit your checkpoints, move the body correctly, produce lower scores. Thanks for watching. Remember to share this video with friends and family.